So, what are the three big myths that are keeping people from getting their own home? Well, the first is that you need a large down payment. A lot of people are trying to save money to get a down payment, and it's like chasing their own tail, because as they're trying to save the money with expenses as they are and housing prices going up, it seems like they never get there. Well, you don't need a large down payment to buy a home. In fact, you can buy a home with down payment assistance for no down payment. We even have loans that will cover some of your closing costs. And with the market as it is, it's not unreasonable to ask the seller to cover some of your closing costs as well, so you can get in with little or no money. Okay, so that is a big myth, that you have to have a large down payment to buy a home. You just don't. And so what's the second big myth keeping people from owning their own home? Well, that's, I've got to have perfect credit. I've had some problems in the past, and I just haven't rebuilt my credit to the point that I want, and so I can't buy a home. And that's kind of like the down payment myth as well. People are kind of trying to get their credit scores higher so that they can buy a home. Well, guess what? You don't need to have perfect credit to buy a home. We have a lot of programs that will go down to 580 for a credit score, and some programs that even go less than that. Now, when you go less than 580, you do need a little bit larger down payment. You need 10% instead of 3.5% for FHA. And with the programs that I talked about before, you can get 3.5% down for an FHA loan, and you can get the down payment assistance, so there's no down payment. But when you have a credit score under 580, you will need 10% down for the down payment. So credit problems are not a complete barrier to owning your own home. That's the second myth. And the third myth that keeps people from owning their own home is, I'm not showing enough income. I'm self-employed. My cash flow comes through my company. My tax returns just don't show enough income to qualify. Well, we've got a load of programs of loans that allow for different underwriting criteria. Instead of just your W-2s or your tax returns, we can go off of a profit and loss statement, or we can go off of an average of 12 months or 24 months deposits into bank statements. So if you're self-employed, have good cash flow, but write a lot of things off so your tax returns don't really show the income to qualify, that doesn't have to keep you from owning your home. So there are three of the biggest myths that people have about the barriers to becoming a homeowner. So if you'd like to know where you fit in on any one of those issues, give me a call. I'm James Hecker. My telephone number is 661-714-2145. And let's have a discovery session about what your situation is, so that I can help you develop a plan to become a homeowner quicker than you think might be possible. And I look forward to talking with you. Thanks a lot, and have a great week.